So Spawn and One Piece Bounty Rush Discord provided us with more leaks to characters coming to One Piece Bounty Rush, and I do want to mention, however, that if you're not caught up to the anime, feel free to consider not watching this video and watching the anime, because a lot of these characters are from the Wano arc, and it would be much cooler if you see them for the first time in the anime and not in a Forgiven Relief video. And before we talk about these new leaks, I do want to mention that we got leaks before with Blackbeard, Marco, and Luffy that still did not come out, so you guys probably want to keep these in mind. Of course, we have more characters that still haven't come out, and I did them in this roadmap, and I will be doing a new roadmap after the Bounty Fest we get next month. That way, we have more of an idea of who's out and see what Bandai's plan is. So I'll be doing a video similar to this one where I go month by month talking about what units I think will come each month, and we'll go from there for sure. Now, something we know, or I know, is probably not going to happen is Jack and Queen coming for the anniversary. And of course, we'll talk about that in a bit. But the characters we see that are completed are Dragon Kaido and Yamato and Prime Rayleigh. So Dragon Kaido and Yamato, I think, are going to be the 3rd anniversary EX. And I predicted this even before Yamato was leaked. And that was simply because OPTC and OPTS, 2 other One Piece games, got big hype events for Yamato. And I think that Bounty Rush is, of course, going to have one because she's insanely hype as a character. Some people don't think she deserves to be an EX. I completely disagree. I think just the similarities with Oden itself parallels her perfectly. And I think that the hype she brings is huge and massive. And also, it makes sense that she comes out with Kaido. So perfect sense to me that Yamato comes with Kaido. And however, while I thought that the characters that would come on the Yamato banner were Jack and Queen, I think that now it's going to be Page 1 and Ulti. And the reason why is because they are more likely to be step-ups than Jack and Queen, and more importantly, they fit perfectly as background characters to Yamato. Mainly because, of course, in the anime, they're definitely hype characters, but they don't shine as much, so they would fit perfectly into an anniversary. But also simply because One Piece Treasure Cruise had a very similar thing where Ulti Page 1, a dual unit, came at the same time as Yamato on the same banner, and it was Yamato that was exclusive. So I think Yamato is the X, and they could be a Bounty Fest, but they could also fit as step-ups, and I think that would make perfect sense as the anniversary characters. I think that's basically guaranteed, and if it doesn't happen, I'll be very, very surprised. Jack and Queen were a mystery, but these two make way more sense, and I'm very happy to put a lot of bets into these characters being the anniversary characters. We have Prime Rayleigh as well, and he might come soon. He might be the next character. However, I think that he might come out right after the anniversary as a way to hype up the Prime characters, right? That's what they did with Prime Garp and Prime Whitebeard. So maybe they'll do that with Prime Rayleigh and someone else that's hype as well. So we'll have to look at that. Maybe it could be a Marco alongside him. We'll talk about this more in the timeline. We also have Judge. Now, this is a surprising one because we didn't get any of the other 4 confirmed. I don't think we'll get another Reiju, but the other characters might come as a skill. Maybe he will have a skill where these 3 show up and do something. But Judge is a weird one because he could be a step up, but he could be a Bounty Fest as well. In terms of him alone, his skills, he's not the strongest character in the show. He's definitely not weak, but, there's a lot. Now, the most likely theme with him is going to be Whole Cake Island, so he could literally be the next Bounty Fest, just as a surprise Judge, but he might come out later as well. We'll have to wait and see, and once we get the next Bounty Fest, the image of the future will be much, much clearer. Of course, the characters I personally am most hyped for are Jozu and Vista. Now, I do want to mention that even though Rayleigh is basically completed, they can release him at any time. So yeah, just keep that in mind. He might be next, and he might come out after the anniversary. We'll get a clearer picture. But Jozu and Vista characters, absolutely, I will pull for. I can't wait for them. They're just so exciting. I love them in the Marineford arc, and I just want to use them. These characters, of course, I thought would be in the game much before, but I'm finally happy that at least we know they're coming. And definitely Jozu is the one I'm most hyped for, but I love Vista as well. His clash with Mihawk was amazing, and the conversation he had was super cool. But Jozu's my man. Like, I think Jozu has one of the fruits that I would love to have in real life as well. And yeah, can't wait to use him. Hopefully he's going to be one of the tankiest defenders in the game, maybe even close to 100 DR with some medals and stuff. It's going to be so hype. But yeah, these are the characters coming to One Piece Bounty Rush in these new leagues: EX Kaido, EX Yamato, Ulti, Page 1, Rayleigh Prime, Judge, and Jozu and Vista. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Peace.